This is super easy and it's a great place to start. Jump ahead to the actual session if you've already heard this intro. Click like and subscribe and notify, and that way we can keep in touch. Likely you're not breathing well. Likely your breathing is shallow and it's probably too quick, and your breath is leading you instead of you leading your breath. So let's change this. Always talk to your doctor or health professional before you do anything or change routines. I'm not a doctor, but make this your new habit. This will join your body and your mind. Start each day like this or end each day like this. Do it in the middle of the day. Do this anytime, every day. We'll do this from a cross-legged seated position on the floor if you can. Now, you may actually need to work up to sitting cross-legged, which is kind of weird. It's something we used to do as kids all the time, but it's actually not something that we do now. Maybe you want to start sitting on a low chair or a pillow or a blanket on the floor. I found that sitting on a blanket raised your hips and allowed your legs to fall open more. It's sort of an interesting thing, but maybe you aren't physically able, or it's not appropriate that you sit on the floor, or you don't think it's appropriate. That's cool. You can do that as well. Sit anywhere comfortable. And I don't mean like lazy boy comfortable. I mean sit comfortable and alertly anywhere. So now that your body's settled, let's get into the breathing part. And this is what's going to make you feel better right away. Firstly, we'll always do these 3 breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth, and we'll get rid of all this stale air that we've been carrying around, this residual air that just needs to be refreshed. Hi, Pops. We'll do this all the time. Super easy. And next, we'll start breathing in and out through our nose, and only through our nose. And you should be breathing through your nose all the time, obviously, unless you're congested. This is a habit that you should get into. And the amount of time that it takes for you to breathe in should equal the amount of time it takes you to breathe out, roughly. That's about 3 to 5 seconds. Now, the tricky part that we're going to add onto this is we're going to sort of fog up a mirror with our mouth closed, and we're going to have sort of open up our throat in this. Pretend there's a mirror in front of you. Breathe in through your nostrils and fog up the mirror. Do that a few times just so you can feel how it feels in your throat. Now close your mouth and get that same feeling through the back of your throat. So you're not forcing anything, but you immediately start connecting your body and your breath with that. It's quite amazing, actually, and it immediately calms you. You're not forcing your breath, but it's pretty neat. Breath you use all the time. We'll use it for moving things, and then we'll also use it for sort of holding and timing things as well. In this case, we're going to do this just in and out through our nose with our throat open for 20 breaths. After that, we're going to do what's called box breathing. Box breathing is really simple. You may have done it before. It's when you breathe all through your nose again. You breathe in for 5 seconds, you hold your breath full of the air for 5 seconds, and you breathe out for 5 seconds, and then you hold your breath again with no air in it for 5 seconds. The tricky part can be holding your breath with no air in it. You obviously have air in it. You're not going to pass out in 5 seconds, but you can just pause for a moment, do it for a second, give it 2, and work your way up. We're not trying to make ourselves feel uncomfortable, but this will heighten our connection of our body and our breath even more as we do this. Do this video until you get really, really good at it. Do this breathing and this work whenever you feel a little anxiety, a little need to connect, a little need to feel better. You can do this for the rest of your life. It's fantastic. If you're ready, then let's begin. So now let's do this simple body and breath exercise. We'll start with in through our nose and out through our mouth to get rid of all the stale air 3 times. Now we're going to breathe in and out just through our nose, making the fogging up of the back of our throat, but keeping our mouth closed, only going through our nose. It's about 20 breaths. Don't worry about counting. I'll count, and then after that we'll go into box breathing. That should be about 20 breaths. Finally, we'll block breathe 5 times. Also to call it out for the first couple so you can see what the timing is sort of like. It's breathe in for 5, hold for 5, breathe out for 5, hold for 5. And that's one block. We'll do that 5 times. So in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold. 2 more times. Now just keep breathing. And do that for the rest of the day whenever you need it. Just get really good at it. And we'll see you when you move to the next video. Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.